Welcome back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and I had a different video planned for today, and I went ahead and while I was editing, I just scrapped the entire thing because I realized that I was just following through with what other content creators are doing, which is completely repetitive. And so if we call ourselves journalists, don't we have to look for the news and honestly sometimes create the news by discovering new things out there from Nintendo? Well, in this video, I'm going to do just that because I have another patent regarding Nintendo Switch 2. Not only that, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recap every single patent for Switch 2 that I have discovered here on the channel and list the features that could potentially make it to the next gen system. Yes, we are going to have a complete picture of what the features could look like moving forward for Nintendo Switch. Now, this is not speculation. This is not a job listing. This is not hearsay. These are patents directly from Nintendo with real information. If you are new to the channel, here is a bit about me. If not, go ahead and use the timestamps below to skip through to the main topic. So before we get into today's stories, you see, I want to ask you one thing. I want to ask for your subscription. You see, I'm legally blind and I'm basically losing my sight as we go. I don't have sight on my left eye and I have about 40% sight of my right eye and it's just fading away, right? The doctors right now have nothing else they can do, but I have a dream to become a full-timer on YouTube by the end of this year. And I want to ask you for your help. If you subscribe to this channel right now, it'll only take a second. For me, it'll just change my life. So if you could do that right now, I would really appreciate it. Here we have Monday through Friday Nintendo news. On the weekends, we have products and reviews. And we also have the occasional in-topic podcast with your favorite voice actor. So I would really appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. And I just want to thank you in advance for giving me your subscription. Let's move on to today's stories. All right, so we are here in this patent. This is not the actual patent we're going to be talking about, but I just wanted to put this out there and then ask you guys if you could recognize the images on this patent and let me know down below because I really don't know. First, the patent was kind of filed on October 13th, 2023, not too long ago, and then it was published on April 18th. It is talking about a limiting example game system compromises of a main body apparatus, that's a Switch, and a main body apparatus executes a virtual game, and a game screen is displayed on the display device. A player character, a first fellow character, and a background object are displayed in the game screen. The player character and the first fellow character are moved individually by respective operations of two analog sticks by a player. If the player character and second fellow character are combined with each other, the second fellow character is moved along with the player character by operation of the analog stick by the player. Now, I want to show you the images. You guys can see that this is a Nintendo Switch. It goes by the Nintendo Switch kind of operations and the internals and all that stuff. But what I really want to show you here is this image. If you recognize what game is in this image, I guess it's a bear, could be a giant Pokemon, I don't know. There's a character here, there's a bush or a tree right there, and then there's another one here. There's a player holding what looks like is either a little baby cub, a tiger, or a cat, right? There's a tree right there. And then here is the next one. There is a combined range, it's like free movable range or something like that. I want you guys to help me identify this. This is a player here. There is that animal over there. There's a tree over here. This looks like a little meter up there. And right here again we have, it looks like a little monster right there, like a villain or whatever. Here we have this bear looking, tiger looking creepy thingy, and of course the character right here. And again we have that here. We have this star in the center. We got this little character, that little bear looking thing, and the character here. And I want to go over it real quick because I want you guys to help me identify this patent because I had no clue. I know it has to do with the mechanics of the game, but it's talking about a particular game that I can't identify. So, I mean, it looks like she was holding the cat, and the cat stretched out to this little ghost here or whatever, right? It looks like a ghost. So let me know, what do you think this game could be? And with that, let's go ahead and move to the main topic of the day. And it is this one right here: communication system, communication method, communication device, and method, blah, 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 blah. Let's go ahead and go into it. It has to do with the potential feature for the next generation system. Okay, now remember that all the images on this patent are just doodles, right? It is here to kind of explain a certain feature. Okay, now this particular patent, we covered it last year, but the reason why I'm covering it again is because Nintendo made a continuation of the patent. So there is another patent here. We covered it in June 30th, 2021 when it came out. And then now we're covering it again. It was filed on the 20th of December and 2023, not too long ago. And of course, it was issued or published on April 18th. Now, a communication system includes a first communication device that configures a first wireless network together with another peripheral device. Okay, so this right here, peripheral device, is an external device. It's not the Nintendo Switch. In my guess, it's going to be like a phone or something external that can communicate with the Nintendo Switch, or a plurality of peripherals. So more than one device by using a first BSSID and a second communication device that configures a second wireless network together with another peripheral device on a plurality of other peripherals. Just butchering that word. Using the second BSSID. Okay, so what is this? Well, I looked it up, just to kind of save some time, and what it has to do is it's basically turning the Nintendo system into like a router device where other devices can connect to. Okay, so it turns the Nintendo Switch into an access point, which is, if you don't know what an access point is basically the router part of the internet device that you have in your home that distributes the wireless to your house. Okay, so basically that is what the technology that is describing here that the system has. So if you can see here on this right here, we have here the little dummy Switch, or the Nintendo Switch 2, or whatever this is, right? It's a little dummy image, and what it's doing is that it's using the main device, the Nintendo Switch 2, or the little dummy device here, and kind of distributing like access to, basically, it could be cell phones. I don't know yet. Maybe Nintendo will have separate little devices they sell. I don't know yet. It could be an accessory, something. It could be a VR system. It could be anything. I know that there was a patent that I discovered before, like I'll say a year or 2 years ago, that had VR in it, and the VR was also wireless. Okay, so it basically, just picture the PlayStation Portal, but as a VR headset, right? It's like streaming the game onto the PlayStation Portal. In this case, it would be streaming the game into the Nintendo VR headset, right? So basically, this is the technology that would do that, right? It'll actually stream, but this patent is telling us that it can be streamed to multiple devices at the same time. So if we have here one device streaming right here, 1, 2, and 3, we have another device here streaming to 1, 2, and 3 other ones, right? And so if we go here, this is the same image, it's just sideways, right? It's just telling us that it's like that. And again, we have here, then we have here this device communicating with this device, which and again, these devices are communicating with their own little people here, right? And so it's like, for example, let's say we have 2 teams. All right, so we have 2 teams. It's blue team against red team, right? And so, all right, so you have your red team. This team is blue team, and each team has 3 players each under them. So, well, there you see the game. Blue team, red team. Each player has 3 players under them, and this could be maybe cell phones or something like that. And so it allows this device to communicate with these 3 devices and see exactly what's on this screen as well. But of course, in the interface that kind of is ready for this, right? I'm guessing you have to download an app. And same thing with this. So if you can play this team against this team, and then have these devices, they can use their own cell phones and play a game, right? Now we have this technology already in a way, right? We have these games. Jackbox Games uses this technology. I know that there's also this party game that we shall not mention because it's not great. That also uses part of this technology, but not like this, right? It's this kind of same technology but put differently. And so, well, what does this tell you is that the Nintendo Switch 2 will have a feature, or might have a feature, that it turns your Nintendo Switch 2 into like a router kind of system, and where you can actually add more devices, right? Right here, it actually gives you more devices here. It shows you, it says the BSSID, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 devices here. I'm not sure if this is communication device. Yeah, so we have 6 devices that connect to what a single BSSID, which is being broadcast through the Nintendo Switch 2. And so with this, I just want to give you guys an idea of one of the features that could be present on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I'm not editing this video a lot. I'm just going to give you guys a video straight. Give you guys time to look at it. VSSID, we have the Nintendo Switch here, and then it's kind of transmitting this here, transmitting to other devices like that, and so on. I want to know what you guys think, right? Because I'm giving you my interpretation of this, what this means. And I did see the first one. This is part 2 of the same technology, but it is an updated version of it. I saw the first one, and I'm giving you what I believe it is based on the first one and the second one put together. And I would love to hear what you think. Now, with that said, I want to go over the list. Okay, I'm not gonna show you all patents. If you go on my YouTube page and you search patent, the word patent on my page, it'll bring up all of the patents that I've discovered on the channel. There's a lot of them, and just go ahead and focus on the one that says Twitch 2 on them. But I want to give you a list of all of the patents or the features that could come to Nintendo Switch 2, via patent. This is not rumors. This is not hearsay. This is just plain and simple a Nintendo legal document, showing what could be that feature. The only reason I'm here on Reddit is because I recently shared the list of features here, and I want to go ahead and just show you, right? If you are on Reddit, then hey, you can follow me, or I don't know how this works. Do you follow people on Reddit, or do you just I don't know. Anyway, but here is the list that I made here, basically based on those features that I found with patents. So right here, the first one is not the same patent that we got today. This patent is different. This one says it's about game sharing with up to 4 players. All right, patent was published by Nintendo, showing a system where you would share your digital games with up to 4 other Nintendo accounts. So I'm guessing this goes, that every Nintendo account has four other members, right? And so you can actually share your Nintendo digital games with up to 4 accounts. And so the patent was just basically showing how to share digital games. And hopefully that feature makes it to Nintendo Switch. This will be a big one. And I hope that it does come to Nintendo Switch. It's just a patent right now with the feature, but imagine being able to share your digital games. You can share your physical games. That's no issue, no problem. But when it comes to digital, if we are going into a digital era, in the digital age, it'll be an amazing feature to have that at least you can share with up to 4 players, either friends or family members in Nintendo account. So I'm pretty sure there'll be more to this if the feature ever comes out, but this is what we had so far. The next one is a controller system with the haptic feedback on the joysticks. All right, so this will be similar to what PlayStation 5 did with their triggers, only with the joystick. Example, if you are swimming, the haptic feedback will make it feel like you are pushing, you're being pushed against, like you feel the pressure when you're actually in the water, right? Or if you walk on sand, same thing, feedback according to the game environment. And so this is a really cool one, and believe it or not, I believe this one will make it to Nintendo Switch 2. I think because Nintendo is also very good on having like these little gimmicks, right, on their systems, and they are looking to improve on their Joy-Cons and their Nintendo controllers. I know that they have their own version of the Hall effect joystick, but done differently. The patent is also on the channel for that. So you can go ahead and look it up. And then so this together with that can kind of give us a little, better our experience when it comes to playing several games. So haptic feedback inside the actual joystick instead of like the triggers. The next one here is new controllers with memory within them. For example, you could transport a Pokemon in your Joy-Cons, or even fighters from Super Smash Bros. Let's say the next Smash Bros. Allows you to train your own fighter and bring that fighter with you to play with your friends, or wherever you go, a tournament and such. And so this new controller has memory inside where you can maybe hopefully store your games and store characters. The patent actually mentions storing characters, and I believe that this goes more and even stronger with Pokemon, right? Like trading Pokemon. If you go into a friend's house and you want to trade Pokemons with your friends, then you can kind of maybe tap the controllers or whatever, or even kind of bring the controllers together, and then on whatever Switch is there, you'll get the notification about, okay, a trade is being initiated or whatever, something like that, right? But the patent talks about having some kind of memory, NFC memory stored inside I know we have NFC now, but NFC plus memory plus storage to store things on the controller itself. That's one of the patents that can make it to Nintendo Switch 2. The other one is Nintendo Video Streaming Service. Yes, there's a patent that describes an interface where it shows streaming TV shows and movies by Nintendo, which leads me to believe that Nintendo is working on their own entertainment hub. Now, I forgot to put another patent in here that goes along the lines with this one, and it's for a dock that has its own memory, its own hardware. It's like, for example, the dock itself is an entertainment hub, just like an Apple TV, just like a Google TV, just like something that you use like a Roku or anything like that. The actual dock by itself is an entertainment hub where you can install apps like Hulu, you can install apps like Netflix and all that stuff. It comes within the app, the dock itself. So when you are using the dock without the Switch, it still works, and you'll still see a display on your screen, and you can install apps. It'll still be your entertainment hub, just like maybe when you dock it, it'll kind of appear like it'll recognize that you just docked your Nintendo Switch. There's also that rumor that now this part is a rumor. I don't like talking about this because it's a rumor, but it also makes sense if you put it together with this, that you could actually stream your game to the Switch, to your dock, and have the ability to use your actual Nintendo Switch screen as you would do with a Wii U. Therefore, it'll allow Wii U games to play as they did on Nintendo Switch 2, because you can stream the game onto the dock and have still the pad on your hand, so that you can have those options as well. But that's just a rumor. This is the patent. This is what is actually on there. The other one is this one right here. We just went through this right now, right? Using mobile phone controls as extra controllers. Patent shows how mobile devices can be used as additional controllers, connecting up to 20 additional. Oh, this is another patent. Sorry, up to 20 additional party games. Now this one was proven to be for that party game, right? In my opinion, I think it was that party game. Could be for Switch 2, but it could be for that party game as well. Now let's go to the next one. Update on dual screen patent. This is an update. Remember that patent, the Switch 2 patent, apparently with a dual screen? Well, this patent was found to be part of a family of patents dating back before the Nintendo 3DS came out. So what this patent was the idea for what could have been the Nintendo 3DS. It just never came out. So you know how there are patents that are just there for protection purposes but never make the light of day. This was one of them. So if you were on the train that thought that we would be getting a dual screen, nope, we're not. The patent was basically it wasn't for Switch 2. It was for the 3DS. It was just many versions of the 3DS or design factor. The next one is Nintendo's own AI upscaling. Separate from NVIDIA's, Nintendo filed a patent displaying their own AI upscaling software that could be used in combination with NVIDIA's AI upscaling DLSS 3.1. And so that is another patent which basically uses its own hardware, Nintendo's own software to upscale the games. This is not from NVIDIA, this is from Nintendo themselves. And then I kind of wrote here, the majority of these features have not been covered by any other content creator, and it's true, but I have covered them on the channel. I've also found a pattern from Nintendo and patents. Whenever Nintendo releases an update to a patent related to a current Nintendo Switch or OLED, they soon release a special edition Switch model after. I have recently discovered another one and believe it could be related to Metroid. Speculation, they might release a Metroid edition Switch for the holidays. All right, you heard it here first, guys. I mean, that is a pattern that I did discover on the channel when it comes to what Nintendo is doing behind the scenes. But this is the list, my friends. This is a list of features that could very well make it into Nintendo Switch 2. I want to know what you guys think. Again, these are not rumors. These are all patents that are on the channel already. We just have to kind of look for them. They're on the channel already, and these are patents that have been discovered regarding features that could potentially make it to Nintendo Switch 2. I want you guys to let me know what you guys think. Does this help you paint a picture of what we could get for the next gen system? Of course, we're going to get a more powerful system. So any video out there that tells you, oh, if the Nintendo Switch 2 might be more powerful, of course it is. It's not going to be weaker. It's just information. And I didn't want to keep repeating the same information over and over again. So I wanted to just create this video for you to give you an idea of what we could see in the next gen system. If you appreciate this video, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next adventure here at the Odyssey. But before I let you go, I have two things I need to let you know. Number one, never give up. And number two, journey on. Peace.